I'm going to break down exactly how Copart works so you can decide for yourself if it even makes sense to join or not. Let's get right into the first part, which is what even is Copart. So first, Copart is primarily just an auction that specializes in helping people purchase potentially crashed up cars or stolen cars, broken into cars, stuff like that. That's the types of cars that you would potentially get from Copart, and there's auction locations from Copart that's literally all around America. There's even some auction locations that's outside of America as well, and you can actually get cars from Copart either if you're in the US or even internationally. I've seen a lot of countries buying from Copart as well and then shipping them overseas. But just keep in mind that's the types of cars that you generally go for with Copart. Not to say that there's no other clean title cars that's there, they'll come up, but a lot of times the better deals will be those cars that are kind of crashed up or stolen, stuff like that. Okay, not just cars where you could just quickly pop into and then register the next day. Okay, so now that we talked about exactly what Copart even is, now we're going to talk about exactly what it even costs to join Copart. Okay, because of course it's not free. All right, there is going to be a cost to it. So there's primarily going to be two different membership options that you could jump into, and I'm going to break down exactly what type of person should go for both. Okay, so first of all, just talking about the basic membership, the primary things that really separates them is these two top bullets right here. So for the basic membership, it's where, let's say if you want to get a car that is anything over $2,000, you have to pay a 10% deposit into that car. So let's say, all right, you want to buy or bid $3,000 for a car, you're gonna have to leave $300 down as a deposit to even leave that amount as a bid, right, for that auction, just as a basic thing in itself. But then going along further with that, let's say if it goes under $2,000 for whatever car that you want to bid for, then it's also going to be kind of broken up into two separate things where, let's say you're going to have one vehicle in a day where you can have no deposit at all, that you can just bid for the car under $2,000, you could have no deposit, and then you could potentially win that car in itself. And then the other thing, as you can see here, is you'll have up to 5 vehicles that you could bid for in a day where you have to still leave that deposit. So that's like the max, and you are going to be kind of capped out of how many you can potentially even do within a day in that aspect. But now, so talking about the premier membership, that one, as you can see, it starts at $249 per year. And then there's also going to be a $400 refundable deposit that goes along with signing up as well. So in total, it's really going to be $649 as you're going to be initially paying just to join up with everything. And then of course, after that, it's going to be $249. It's going to be restarting every year from the day that you sign up. Now, I will just say there's going to primarily be two separate things. Again, two top bullets that you're mainly going to be focusing on as well here. So the first one, as you can see with this one, you can bid up to $100,000 within a day. So if you want to go bidding on some supercars or something like that, cool, you could do exactly that with this. Then the next one is right under it. You could actually also see that you can bid on up to 10 vehicles per day. And they don't mention that here, but just talking about the, let's say, deposit per car type of thing, like the basic membership had, the premier membership, you don't have to do that. So let's say after you leave that $400 refundable deposit in the beginning, which I will say will go towards whatever your first car purchase is. All right, it's not just going to be money that's just in the account for nothing. Well, that money will be subtracted from whatever your first purchase price is for the car. But after that, it doesn't matter if you're buying a $30,000 car, $40,000 car, $50,000. You don't have to be leaving a deposit for that car just for you to leave a bid on the car. It's not the same as the basic membership in itself. So realistically, just distinguishing both, basic membership is really just going to be for the people that's just trying to potentially try things out. Maybe you only want to buy a car like for yourself, or maybe like 1 or 2 cars in a year type of thing. Premier membership, that's primarily going to be for the people that's like, you know, you're trying to buy cars for a specific purpose, like maybe buy cars and then flip them for profit. That's generally what I would do, right? Or you're trying to buy them to get parts for another car, stuff like that. That's generally what you want to kind of use. Well, generally the type of people that should go for either membership. Now, following up from there is just kind of another adding on thing. So when you're signing up for the account, there is also going to be a decision that you'll have for the type of membership that you're going to have, even attached to it being, let's say, a premier membership in itself, because there's really going to be either you being a individual buyer as itself, or you being a business buyer, okay, having a business account. The primary difference really between the types of accounts is just that with the business account, there's going to be some states where you'll have a different selection of cars, like an extra amount of cars that you could also choose from for a business. All right. And I will say, when it comes to the type of business that you have, it doesn't have to specifically be like a car dealership. It could also be other things like an auto shop, junkyard, stuff like that. But you just need to have like a business license that you could actually submit with Copart as well. But now I know what you're thinking, right? I mean, maybe what happens if you want to go buying a car that you see as just being available for people with a business license? Then what? Well, I got you. Okay. Then there's this next thing. And Copart actually has a broker program as well that they actually set up with. So there's all these different brokers that they have on their site. You just type in Copart brokers and it'll bring you to this exact thing. And these are the ones where it'll allow you to do exactly that. They'll basically like the middleman where you'll be able to use their business license to be able to get those advantages, to be able to do things like purchasing those business only cars. And they'll also have other advantages as well. Like you see here, you can look at the little check marks and see all like what are the other things that they might have, like maybe better shipping rates compared to Copart by itself would offer, different financing services, stuff like that as well. And of course, there is also going to be different fees that they're going to have to actually set up with them specifically too. So let's say with this one, it's going to be $400 to set up with them for a better bid, and then it's $200 for basically each car that you're going to be purchasing right through them. Now, I will say I would generally recommend not setting up with their whole broker program in itself. I usually would recommend doing something which is called becoming a dealer representative under a dealership instead. The difference is that when you're a representative under a dealership, it allows you to do a lot more things than just be having advantages for something like Copart. All right, you actually can also get advantages like being able to go to other dealer only auctions like a Manheim, Odessa, ACV auctions, where you could also see that, by the way, on my YouTube channel as well, me going to places like that in itself. And there's just a lot more cars that you could choose from. And the good thing is that when you're looking at cars like that at dealer only auctions, it's not just going to be potentially, crashed up cars or stolen cars and stuff. You could actually get like clean title cars and cars that could just be like a very quick thing where you get them for a good deal and go flip it for profit, or you could just keep it yourself potentially. And then the even better thing along with that is you also get the potential to be able to sell as many cars as you want within a year, which in most states, that's not the case. Usually you're going to be capped out as like 4 or 5 cars that you could sell within a year, which could be a problem if you're actually trying to flip cars for profit. That's just what I would recommend. And I will say I do have a program myself where I do this exact thing. I have a dealership myself, and I allow people to come under my dealership as a representative to do exactly that, okay, to get those benefits that I just talked about. So if you want access to that type of thing, if you think that will help you, I'll post a link in the description for that. And yeah, you can find out about that yourself. But now just going on to the next part, which is just where the auctions are located. I'm going to show you the dashboard right here first, and we're going to go to this top part right here, locations. And this is where you're going to see all the states that Copart is actually in right here. You can click whatever state and you can kind of just filter it through there. Let's say North Carolina, it has all these different ones right here that you can click into. I'm in New York currently, so the closest one that would be by me would be this area right here. So I can click into that. And this is how it looks. This is the location that's around me. You'll also be able to see the upcoming auctions that are going to be around you. So when it shows this is actually going to be the day that the cars are going through the auction lane, like the live bidding lane. And I will say quickly, this is going to be kind of broken up into 2 separate things because Copart is actually an online only auction in terms of how they do their bidding process. Like, it's not like some auctions that you might have potentially see in the movies or something like that, or even on other auctions in general where you go in person and you see an auctioneer quickly going through the numbers and stuff like that and people raising up their hands. It's not that type of thing. Everything is actually all done online. So you could do the bidding and everything like that completely on your laptop, completely on your phone, different things like that. Okay. But at the same time, they also do have locations like this. Okay, like this location right here, this is going to be a viewing lot where, let's say if you want to view the cars before you bid on them, this is where you could do exactly that. And I would suggest, I highly recommend, especially if this is your first time doing something like this, or potentially going to an auction and potentially bidding at it for a car at Copart, I would suggest you try to check out the cars in person just so that you can see a little bit more about the condition before you start putting up your money and everything like that. But now for the next thing that you might be potentially thinking about is, what is a listing like? All right, what is a listing like from Copart? So I'm going to quickly show you. So we'll use this one as an example. We're going to click into this part here for this upcoming auction that's around me. View sale lists. You're going to see all these different cars that's popping up. See, this one is coming up in 1 day, 19 hours from now, so very soon. I'm just going to click into one of these as an example. Let's choose a little bit cooler one. All right, we'll choose this one right here. We'll do a 2008 Jeep Wrangler. This is exactly how it's going to look. Of course, you can see with this one, the odometer is a little crazy, 230,000 miles. So I probably wouldn't be going for a car like this, but this is exactly what it looks like. Okay, you can see the pictures right here. Doesn't look like this one really had any type of damage, but that's exactly what it's like. You could see the primary damage. If there was primary damage, like let's say a crash or something like that, you could see that here. It would say it here. It just says normal wear. So it's primarily just a high mileage vehicle in itself. And you can see other information about the car. You could generally also see in some listings, you could see car actually running. And then you can also see on the side part here what the current bid is at. So basically what you can do is you can start bidding on the car before it potentially goes up for the auction day in itself. That's just an option. You don't have to, but you can do that. And right now it's currently at $80. Now I will quickly say, if you do want a full walkthrough of exactly how to bid and buy cars from Copart, I did make a full video surrounding exactly that. I'll put a button on the top of the screen so you can click into that and you can see exactly how to do that if you're interested in buying cars and everything like that. Highly recommend checking that out. But now quickly going into the next part, which is also just talking about the fees associated with Copart, which is also a major one. So boom, we're going to go to the section right here where it's just going to show the Copart US non-license fees. So this is primarily going to be for the people that do not have a business license. There's also going to be a separate section for people that do have a business license. But it's going to be broken up into two different categories like this. One's going to be for clean title. The one's going to be for non-clean title. As I mentioned, most of your good deals from Copart are honestly going to be the non-clean title cars that are like salvage and crashed up, things like that. So let's look at those fees really quick. So first of all, just when you look at it, it's going to be broken up into two different types of things. Unsecured payments is generally going to be from things like this, as you see, like with credit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, all that stuff. And secured payments is going to be more so from more secure things like actually paying with cash or like a bank check, stuff like that. And I will say it is good that you do have that option, even potentially paying with a credit card or something, but just putting it out there, that is an option that you have. And there's going to be fees that's going to be broken up into two different categories like this. But I will just say that there's a decent amount of fees. Okay. And that's why I wanted to mention it really quick. It's kind of common for auctions like this. Copart is like this and IA is like this as well. But I mean, let's say you start climbing up a little bit in price, you're talking about, let's say you want to get a $10,000 car, $8,000 car, you're paying close to $800 just in this fee in itself. And this isn't everything. All right. There's also a gate fee for just if you want to remove the car, out of the gate for taking it out of the loading area. There's also going to be a virtual bidding fee. There's title shipping fees. There's a bunch of different fees that's going to be associated with things where, let's say you can end up, bidding for a car that's like $2,000. And then by the end of everything, you're paying like $3,000 or so instead, or maybe even a little over that. Just wanted to quickly put that out there. Make sure you also check to see exactly what the fees would be. And of course, as you could see here, the main fees are going to be coming from exactly what the pricing tier, the car that you're going to be bidding on is falling into. And now as the last thing, the final thing we're going to talk about is also how you'd sell your car through Copart. And that is an option as well. So you can sell your car as three different options right here. Let's say, of course, I'm going to really focus primarily on for individuals, because the person that's watching this video is probably going to be someone that doesn't have the business license yet or the dealership yet, realistically speaking. But let's say if you're an individual, it's actually a pretty simple thing. You click in here and then you could either do it where you either call them directly through this line right here, or you could just do this and put in your information for the car here. You could put in the VIN number for the car. Let's say you could pop that in here. I'll do a little trial run. You get your offer, you're going to put in your phone number here, and then when they call you, that's when they're going to go through exactly what the quote would be for the car and all that good stuff. But that's really everything with Copart in itself. As I mentioned, if you are someone that actually wants to get access to not only be able to bid on any car within Copart in itself, but also potentially go to other auctions outside of Copart that has clean title cars and all that stuff too, make sure you go to the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.